All right, welcome back. Harmless Dave here talking about fake music. No, I'm kidding. Well, yeah, I'm talking about fake music, but doing it in real time for a few real people out there just like you and just like me. So my buddy Jonesy a long time ago said, "Hey, you really need to talk about Taylor Swift." And I've been avoiding this story now for 2 days, but what the heck is going on in the world? Taylor Swift and Joe Biden and Donald Trump and all. What? Why? Because pop culture. That's why. And Taylor Swift, as big as the Beatles, not as talented, but maybe as popular. I don't know. So Taylor Swift, here's an article that popped up in my feed, and I have ignored the Taylor Swift stuff because I don't think you people are going to watch a video about Taylor Swift. So I'm going to have to find another title for this so I know how to put it out there. So Taylor Swift has many titles: cultural juggernaut, international pop star, billionaire businesswoman. She can now add MAGA conspiracy theory target to the list. Why, guys? Why are you doing this? Don't the Trump voters doesn't Team Trump need suburban women to vote for them, or more women in general to vote? I'm looking at this as a political strategist, not as anyone who really cares, because you got one guy who's 81. I think he's going to be 82 this year. You got another guy who is 77. He's going to be 78 this year. I'm wondering if we could maybe look for younger candidates rather than the coronation that this has been going on for decades, where they coronate somebody who is the obvious candidate and you have to just go with that person and you don't have a choice. Whereas other countries, typically you have many different choices. But here in America, yeah, there are some minor parties and stuff, but they don't get any airtime. They don't get any press coverage. So, nobody knows that they're even out there until you go and you look at your ballot and you're like, hey, I didn't know this guy was running for president. Wonder what he believes in. It doesn't matter because you're going to vote for the one or two candidates that the media throws at you all day long. So, going after Taylor Swift, is this a smart idea? Well, former Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy is spreading the notion that something is not quite right with Taylor's relationship with Kansas City Chiefs star player Travis Kelce, or Kelsey, I'm not sure how to say that, and that somehow the Super Bowl is rigged. So this is kind of like a rerun of the 2020 Super Bowl. So see how this is all coming together, because apparently these two teams played in 2020. So here we are. We've got a rematch of the Chiefs and the 49ers. And we've got a rematch between Trump and Biden. What could go wrong in 2024, people? I hope you have a bunker. I hope you have a fallout shelter. That's all I'm saying. The reason I'm saying that is because at some point, we all need to just go there, find our favorite music. Maybe I got this from yesterday here. Maybe some Cats in Space, right? I don't know. Find something to listen to and just wait until it's over. And of course, it won't be over even when it's over, because it never ends when it's supposed to. It would be nice to wake up the next morning and actually know who won the election. That would be comforting, rather than this never ending, recounting, ongoing drama. I think we're all a little drama exhausted, and the chaos comes from the chaos merchandisers. And who are these people? Well, these are people on the internet who often will make up stories, or they'll hype speculation. I talk about it here with Steve Perry all the time. Steve Perry today had a hangnail. Steve Perry today ate lunch. He sat down on his bench that the fan club made for him, and it's got to be a lot worse when it comes to Taylor Swift. I mean, Taylor Swift right now, again, whether you like it or not, she is the biggest deal on the planet. And so the Republicans are probably not going to get a lot of support from Taylor Swift fans. Just being honest, they're probably not going to do well with Taylor Swift fans. So social media influencers are out there saying crazy things, that this is some conspiracy and that Taylor will endorse Joe Biden. Well, she did that in 2020. So why would that be so surprising? Why would that be a conspiracy? You kind of know that the establishment, in most cases, is going to endorse the establishment. And it's safer. If she endorsed Donald Trump for president, I don't think that would work with her fan base. I'm just saying. Whereas if Ted Nugent came out and endorsed Joe Biden, I don't think he would ever do that. But what I'm saying is that would hurt Ted's fan base. And so people tend to vote within their tribe. I don't understand why this is a controversial thing. But because we have the internet and we have endless conspiracy theories about topics that aren't even that important. Taylor Swift, because she likes somebody on the Chiefs, that means she's going to endorse Joe Biden, which I don't understand the link there. But she did the last time, and apparently she wasn't political, and now she is political. And I don't think her fans are going to care actually who she endorses. I think that's the ultimate truth. I mean, she could endorse Trump, and most people would be like, okay, whatever, I still love Taylor Swift, you know? I think her popularity kind of transcends politics, but it would be quite weird, I think, if she wasn't endorsing Biden. It wouldn't make sense based on who her fans are and how smart they are. They're not very smart. And by the way, I'm throwing everybody under the bus. We've got two old dudes running for president. A lot of people don't want to see this again. A lot of people want the country to move forward and solve problems. That's why it's more important to elect a good governor, a good state representative, a good town council, whatever it is, a good HOA, you know, if you're in one of those communities where people make decisions. I mean, seriously, you have to worry about your own world, because politics now has become like celebrity culture. And the two things are hard to distinguish. Like 20 or 30 years ago, politics kind of mattered. Now I think pop culture matters more than politics. And politics, they say, is downstream from pop culture. So if Taylor Swift says, yeah, Joe Biden, I endorse the creepy 80-something-year-old guy, her fans, they're going to go. And if they do vote, if they know how to vote, or if somebody shows up with a ballot and tells them to fill it out, they're going to fill in the oval for Biden. I mean, it's alphabetically first. It's before Trump. So it's a good chance they're just going to fill out the first one. And that'll be the end of that. I mean, the election is over before it starts, because now we've got a conspiracy. And then the Super Bowl is rigged on top of it. I'm not sure why the Super Bowl is rigged, other than the fact that, you know, maybe because Taylor Swift is dating this guy, so the other team is going to throw the game, so Kansas City will win. This doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So anyway, Politico, which is a political magazine, notes that being a Taylor Swift fan is probably one of the biggest things going on in the United States right now. And it's probably not a good idea to anger the Taylor Swift base, because they are a political force. Okay, I don't know how much of a political force they are, but there are a lot of people. Okay, there are a ton of people. And so if you're telling this group of people that there's a conspiracy and you guys are going to ruin the election and so forth, they're going to start paying attention. Hey, I didn't know I was part of this tribe. I didn't know I had all this influence. I just like Taylor Swift. I don't really care about politics. All of a sudden, you're going to wake them up, and they will participate, and you'll get the government that you deserve. Why not just be quiet and not say anything to anybody? This doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But conspiracy theory is a 24/7 industry now. So this too will just, I don't know, this is like running cover for somebody that doesn't have an agenda, somebody who doesn't have ideas. And you can just blame Taylor Swift and say, well, it was rigged against us because all the Taylor Swift, look, that's fair game. Why don't you tell the Taylor Swift people what you're going to do for them if you vote for whoever? If it's Trump, say, hey, I know you voted for Biden last time. Do you like the way the economy is going right now? Or do you like, I don't know. I don't think they're persuadable. It's like a waste of time to bring them in because you're going to activate them just by talking about them. So your best bet is to get everybody else who has a brain and who's motivated, have those people go out and vote for you and talk about issues. Don't talk about Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl. This is just ridiculous. This is all like political suicide. It's political suicide. Social media influencers who are just flying their plane, right? Because they can make bank talking about this stuff. But then, they crash at the end of it because the guy that they're supporting doesn't win because you're calling attention to this stuff and you should just be talking about issues. I know it's boring. See, this is the thing. Nobody has any attention span. So if I put out like a 10-minute video, it's like, dude, your video is like 8 minutes too long, man. Why didn't you just cut it at a minute and a half? Put it into a YouTube short or something and do some crazy hand motions and some fancy editing, and then I might watch it. Otherwise, I don't want to pay attention to this. I'm going to go watch a Taylor Swift video. Look, politics is completely screwed up. And people who are influencing and kind of pointing people to this so-called conspiracy, like Taylor Swift controls the world. Okay, she only controls the world if you vote for the person that she's voting for. Then she has some kind of influence. But there are more important influencers out there. But people today aren't thinking clearly. They're thinking with their celebrity brain and not with their wallet or with their common sense brain. So this is what you get. You get, yeah, she's cool, so I'm going to vote for whoever she tells me. And then, I have to vote for that creepy old guy who likes to touch too many, smaller people. I don't want to be too mean, but it's true. Just the creepiness is across the board. And it's not just because they're old. Old people can be very loving and very grandfatherly-like or grandmother-like. But these two guys, they're neither of them are somebody that I would leave my kids with. Just putting it out there because that would be the truth. Anyway, folks, I know this is kind of a Seinfeld video. I haven't done one of those in a while where it's kind of a video about nothing. But Taylor Swift does have influence on pretty much everything right now. So if you're, again, one more time, if you're calling attention to Taylor Swift and her influence, you're waking up her people to be engaged and do something that they probably didn't care about 5 minutes ago. So, all right, I showed this earlier and I was promoting this. It's sitting here still from yesterday. Kickstart the Sun from Cats in Space. You tired of hearing all of the stuff about Taylor Swift? Check out some real music. Here it is. I'm sorry about the Taylor Swift video. I'm going to go take a shower and then I'm going to meditate for a while and pray. I think you should pray for peace in the Middle East and around the world, folks. There are more important things to care about than the latest conspiracy theories, which right now they're dominating the news, they're dominating everything. And in this case, they're working against themselves. I mean, stop talking about Taylor Swift. You want to bring attention to an issue? Talk about an issue. Taylor Swift, you're not gonna disrupt her popularity. She's just bigger than Elvis right now. She is as big as the Beatles, bigger than Elvis, and in some people's minds, the most important human being on the planet, which to me just illustrates how pathetic everything really is.